Hello and welcome to today's reading. We have a little bit of a different reading today. I actually started channeling a message from a book that I don't have with me, and actually two books, but the subject matter is the same. They're both books on orchids. The first one I used in one or two readings before. The other one is a big encyclopedia of orchids. I will link both of them below if you are interested in those books, but otherwise just take this message as it is. The first thing that came through is that there is some habit or action, like a routine that you do every day that you think is helping or is going to speed up some manifestation of yours. And it's actually suffocating you. It's draining your energy. It's depriving you of the life force necessary to bring this thing into fruition or to bring this state into your life that you are trying to attain by practicing this thing. And on the surface, this practice looks very healthy and helpful, like meditating or doing a particular kind of yoga or doing some kind of, I'm hearing pranayama. I'm also hearing a mudra, but there's something that you're doing every day or very regularly that you are consciously doing to work into your daily routine-ish to help you in some way, to support you, and it's actually slowly draining your energy. Now, if you don't bother looking for this thing that you are doing, I have a feeling you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, but in the chance that you don't, if you don't bother looking for this thing that might be draining your energy, the manifestation or this state that you are trying to create for yourself, like a state of vitality or healthiness or whatever, they'll still come through, they will still come to you, but it won't be as impactful because you won't be in the right mental, emotional, energetic space to completely absorb and perceive the shift that you are wanting. There's also a sense of you may attain this goal of yours. Let's say it's a manifestation for a particular amount of money. You receive that amount, but it didn't come the way that you thought it would. And it's not bad, but it just doesn't feel right, even though it's the same amount. So it's kind of like this, there's no unity and supportive feeling that you get when you are feeling completely in alignment. So it might feel more empty. You might feel like, great, I've wanted this, but I just want to take a nap now. Like you don't have the energy to really appreciate and feel grateful for it. Not that it's a thing that you must feel gratitude for, but rather that natural flow of overwhelming joy and appreciation that you get when you are in that alignment state. It's kind of like if you suddenly have a migraine and you have tickets to your favorite artist's concert in like an hour and you just know you're going to be absolutely miserable through the whole thing. Now I am seeing the petals of an orchid, and if you look really closely, they kind of sparkle. There's the pattern of the cells, and when they are healthy and they're full of water, they swell up and they have a sparkly pattern to them almost, if you're looking really closely at the petals. And this is being shown to me to remind you of the subtle ways you can ingest energy, is what I'm hearing. Kind of like the glistening of a mineral powder. The refraction of the light, it's not actually absorbing the light so much as it is pulling it through itself and pushing it back out in a different way. It's bouncing out of the cell, and that's that sparkle that you see. And the same with mineral powder. The sheen is caused by the light bouncing off in different directions off of the mineral particles. And this has got something to do with what you are trying to manifest or bring about in your life. I am trying to see what this means. It's kind of vague right now. Hang on. Okay, I think it's showing me like you might be trying to work with your chakra system. You might be trying to store energy. Maybe you're working with actual crystals and you're trying to program them and store them with an intention or a particular energy by putting them in the sun or the moonlight or a salt bath or something. And something about this is either the actual habit that you've been trying to create, or it's related in some way. It's like it's telling me you're giving away your energy. You're not actually absorbing the energy. It's the same message. It's like you're doing something in such a way that you're not actually holding on to any of the energy that you are trying to create for yourself. So, for example, if you're trying to manifest using crystals, you're programming the crystals with your intention by infusing it. But as you do that, you're also letting go of the intention within your own body, within your own cellular structure. And so the crystal can hold the intention for you, but you are a more powerful manifester of this thing at this time. So by giving it to the crystal, it's like it's going to come to you, but it's not going to come in the way that really aligns with you. And if you're doing some kind of yogic practice or something else, maybe a particular diet that you're trying, it's like you're throwing your energy away from you and you're not storing it inside of you. You're not allowing these things to support you on your journey. You're asking these things to do the journey for you, which they're happy to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But for this particular thing, you need to be the one to hold the energy. This is why your energy is getting leaked out all over the place, because you're like setting up all of these different things with your intention for this lifestyle, energy level, or manifestation, and you're setting them all around your house. I'm seeing you like placing crystals on your windowsill. I'm seeing you going around your space and like blessing other things so that you get this blessing to come into you. And by blessing, that could be, taking care of things. It could be just programming it with your intention, whatever it is, this habit that you might be having. But whatever it is you're working on, it's scattering your energy a lot, and it's going to make this not feel so great when it does come in. It's not going to feel bad. It's not going to feel negative. It just isn't going to feel satisfying. It's kind of weird. I'm almost seeing the manifestation coming to the objects or the habits instead of you. So you may be seeing other people winding up with the manifestations that you are trying to get. For using the same financial example, if you wanted to manifest like $5,000, for example, you may be blessing other people with abundance and doing gratitude practices and giving change away to people who are begging and things like that, in order to put yourself in a state of giving and receiving. But in doing that, you're blessing them with your manifestation. So it's like maybe you did that with 20 different people. You gave them all $1, and that put them into the state that you wanted to be in. And now they are manifesting $5,000 all over the place. So it's like you're manifesting for a bunch of other people. So now you've manifested your $5,000 like 20 times. You just haven't gotten it directly. So I think that what it's trying to get you to do is to stop focusing on the external, focus it on internal. I'm not getting that this is something that is a shadow work thing. I don't think you're having problems manifesting. I think you're having a problem centering it on you. That may be a theme. That might be something that you've seen before. You might find that you have difficulty manifesting directly through your own body, physical and spiritual. And I am getting that this specific thing that you're trying to manifest or trying to create for yourself is being used to kill two birds with one stone. So not only will you be attaining this new level of energy, this understanding, this manifestation, you will also be learning a new way to manifest that is actually more impactful and potent, especially for things that are more intrinsic to your personal experience rather than things that necessarily affect other people. So by that, I mean, instead of manifesting a new job title, which would then affect the whole team that you were working with before and the whole team that you will be working with in the future, that's something you might want to program with something else, or anything that has to do with fears and other people. You might want to program your quartz crystal for that one. But for this one, for something where you are trying to boost your energy levels, come to a deeper understanding of the universe, manifest a particular amount of money for you, these things you should be doing and pulling through your own being. I am seeing a manifestation technique that I have used before where you meditate and you meet your guides and they bring you to the portals of the directions, and you can bring your thing into physical manifestation by pulling them through the portals, and they will hold the space for you to do that. So that might be something you might want to look into. I don't know what that's called. You might know already, or if you just kind of go with what I just described and see where it takes you, that might be very beneficial, especially if it's manifesting a physical thing like money or a car or a house. If it's an energetic plateau or level you would like to be on, a similar technique is coming to mind, kind of like doing astral travel or astral projection, is if you do a meditation where you start laying in bed or sitting down or whatever you prefer. Obviously, don't be driving or anything. And you allow yourself to detach from your body slowly. I am hearing very specifically that you should feel your atoms speed up. The rotation should increase. And as you feel this buzzing sensation, your spirit body will slowly begin to detach. It will be very, very slow. So it might be like an hour-long meditation. And it won't be difficult. Just keep focusing on that feeling. That might have been overwhelming to some of you if you haven't practiced a lot of meditation before. But I'm hearing that it's going to be very engaging and it won't be hard to focus on this. So as you start, you allow your atoms to speed up. You imagine that feeling, it's buzzing, it's tingling. You might be getting warm or particularly cool. Definitely have a blanket if you need one, and allow that sensation to completely wash over your body. And then once you feel very light and like you can imagine yourself detaching from yourself, then you can begin to ascend through your room, through your ceiling, on top of your roof, up out of your neighborhood, out of your state, country, out of the atmosphere, and past the moon, I'm hearing Jupiter, go past Jupiter, and keep separating and separating and separating and flowing. And eventually you will get to a point where you aren't quite sure where you are anymore. And when you are there, it will be dark and you will see a ledge of grass and you will land on the ledge. And from here, I'm seeing that your guides will be there and they will meet you. You might not be able to see them very well, but they're going to be there and they will take you through the rest of it. I'm hearing that if you are unsure when you get there, you might call it your imagination, but this is actually your guides taking you through this journey. And this is how you can help yourself get to this particular energy or understanding state. I hope that this resonated. This was particularly unique. I was really intrigued by this message that came through. I'm actually seeing a lady slipper right now, which is a type of orchid that grows in the northern hemisphere. They might be significant to you. Maybe you saw one recently. But if you see one, if you see that word or like a picture of a pink lady slipper or a yellow lady slipper, that might be confirmation that you've realigned. So I hope that this resonated. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experience. Like this video if you liked it. It really does help me out a lot when you like any of my videos and when you comment and engage with my work. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, definitely do that so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Until next time, bye.